Hey, Nicole here with Own Your Moment, and let's talk about props. This is a topic that could be and should be different for everyone. When you decide on props for your photo booth, you should be thinking first and foremost about your client and the experience that you want to provide for your client. What would your client want, or your ideal client? Would they want a more customized prop experience? Are they the kind of couple or event that would rather not have props? And is it an event that wants the silly, goofy kind of props? No matter what your decision is or what your ideal client is looking for, I think we can all agree that no matter what props you're looking at getting, they all have to be really high quality to be able to serve your clients and your company event after event after an event. I wanted to walk you through a little bit of the prop collection that I provide for my clients. I provide more of like a curated prop experience for my clients. So I base the props that I select for my table based on the couple. And sometimes I even ask them specifically, like, would you want fun props like masks or kind of those things, or do you want it simple? And so sometimes my couples will tell me that they want more minimalistic kind of props, or sometimes my couples will tell me they want all the things. And so I'll kind of base what I bring on the couple and the experience that they're wanting to have. So what I look for when I pick out my props is I definitely want something that's going to be super high quality and durable and last me a very long time. There are some favorites that do have a smaller lifespan, but they're inexpensive enough where I don't mind having to repurchase multiple times during the year. And that's just kind of what I've added into my budget, is replenishing some props. First and foremost, you have to have really high quality signs. You know anything about me, you know I am a super fan of Lush Party Pros, and so their props are just some of the best on the market, and I'm just going to show you a few. This is one that I use for almost all of my weddings, and so they're double-sided, they're really thick, and they're super easy to clean, and it doesn't come off. I've used these at about like a dozen weddings so far this year, and they're still like incredible quality. And then they just have so many fun options. Like, look at this. It's just so fun. I have probably one of every kind of collection. I have birthday parties, Christmas, New Year's, quinces, baby showers. I haven't gotten the bridal shower set yet, but that's next on my list. I have 2 different wedding sets. I have so many of their products because they're so high quality, and I know I'm gonna get my money's worth out of them every time I use them. And bonus, I have teamed up with Lush. They're so incredible, and I'm able to provide you guys with a 15% discount off of their products. And so you'll find it below, but I highly recommend you take advantage of it. That's an incredible deal. I wish I had that discount when I was purchasing all of my multiple sets that I have from them. But I'm so glad to be able to provide that to you guys, so you guys get to get in on some of these amazing quality. I think next on my list, I want to get they have a 70s set, which looks so fun. And then there's a couple custom ones that I want to get done. They also do custom signs too, guys. Like, you can get a custom one made with like your logo on it, and they'll make it for you. Like, they're just such an incredible company. And I just am super fan. Their customer service is next level. They're super quick to respond to all and any questions I've ever had. So I'm just a huge fan. You know I love good customer service, and so highly recommend working with Lush for your prop signs. Definitely recommend having some. They're the best. So when you're first starting out, I would definitely recommend getting a wedding set and maybe getting like a general party set, kind of like this one's for like a general party. Like, it's still fun. It's still something you can hold, and you can use it for like multiple different kinds of parties and events. I've used this for out parties, like networking events, corporate events. I did it for like a military ball. I got one of these. I loved it. So this worked out really well for me. So if you are trying to kind of get started with some prop signs, definitely recommend getting a wedding set and then getting a party set. Like, this one's my favorite. All right, and then I do have something to admit. I have tried making prop signs on my own. In the beginning, guys, zero money. Maybe you're starting out that way too. No money, didn't have enough money to invest in signs. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try and make my own. And so I knew I needed them to be at least somewhat durable, a little bit more than just like a paper sign, because I knew that wasn't gonna last very long. And so I had like a derby party coming up, and I wanted to make something specifically for that. And so made some designs on Canva, printed them out on like poster board paper from Staples, and then I glued them to actual like cake, round cake. You know, like the bottom that you put cake on, like I put them on that, because that made it a little bit more durable. Because I also tried doing like foam core and like cutting it out with an X-Acto knife. That, I spent so much time and effort trying to do that, and it failed miserably, and I ended up spending like way more money just redoing it and trying to do it. I could have just saved myself so much time and effort by just getting them custom made. But anyways, what I'm saying is you can always try and do the cheaper way, but in the long run, I can promise you, like, as soon as I bought the signs from Lush, I was so grateful, because I was like, I'm not gonna try and waste my time on making my own ever again, just because it just doesn't work out the way you think it is. But try it if you want to. Try it. And I think some people have been successful in making their own. And so, you know what? I tried it. It didn't work out for me. I'm super grateful for Lush. Okay, so second most popular thing I bring to almost every single event, no matter what, is going to be sunglasses. These two sets are just like everything. Everyone loves them. They're super popular. You see them anywhere. They're super trendy right now. So I have tons of these white ones that I bring. And then I have like different colors too. So I have like pink and red and all of that kind of stuff. And these, everyone loves them, and they're always so excited to see these. So these are great ones to get. These ones are also super popular. I have a bigger size and then this small size. Everyone loves these. They think it's the coolest, and I always get asked if they can keep them. At literally almost at every single event, I'll have people come up and ask if they can keep the glasses. So it's always a good sign when your glasses are cool enough that people want to keep them. But yeah, so these definitely recommend. If you're having no idea where to look, you can get these, and your clients will love them. I'll also say, like, try and be creative. Like, I will go to the mall or go to the store and kind of look through their glasses section. And if I see something that's like cool or unique or different, I'll grab it and add it to my collection. I never try to spend more than like $10 on a pair of glasses, just because I know the odds of them lasting more than an event or two is pretty slim unless you take really good care of them. But these ones, because they're plastic and they're a little bit more rigid and durable, they've lasted me a very long time, so that's great. And then you can never go wrong with some lips and mustaches. So these are also super popular. I got these from Etsy. I'll link them down below. They're a local Florida company actually, which is kind of great, but they have different kinds of the holders. You can also buy these paper kinds. I've seen them at like Party City, that kind of thing. If you want to do that, you can always do that if you don't want to invest in like the actual durable ones. But these have lasted me a very long time. But yeah, I really enjoy having these at my events. Last but not least, one of the most popular items that I bring to every single event, and everyone loves it, the disco ball. This one is incredibly popular, and it's been such a fun addition to have at all of our parties. And it photos really well, because when the flash shines on it, like, is this beautiful reflection. So it's one of my favorite props to ever use. This one is actually, I just got this, but this one is made from like a plastic ball, it looks like, actually. So it's a little bit heavier duty, and this is like adhered really nicely to it, actually. So the one I had before was a foam center, so it was a little bit lighter than this is. but it had like a corkscrew top almost, and within a couple of events of people holding it like this, it comes out, and then with foam, it doesn't, there's no way to put it back in. So I've had to replace that one several times, and so I'm excited to try this one and see how this one works, but I'll link this down below too. But this is a great size for holding in your hand. And you know, the only other thing is it takes a bit of space on your table. And then if I have children at an event, I'll usually, I'll either hold it, kind of keep an eye on it, because it can quickly become a soccer ball if you don't keep tabs on it closely. So ask me how I know that. So other things that I bring to events are different kinds of hats. People always love a hat, flower crowns, depending on the event. Like I just did like a super fairy tale type of wedding, and so I brought tiaras and crowns for that, and the guests loved that. So yeah, my experience is I try and create a curated experience. So whatever the theme is for the wedding is how I'll piece together my props. I bring a 4-foot prop table, and depending on the event size, depending on the layout of the event, how much space I have, if I'm by myself, that kind of thing, I'll determine on where I put my table. If I have a lot of space to use, I really enjoy putting it like either next to the backdrop or against a wall or something like that. The only con to that for me personally is when I'm by myself, I can't keep close tabs on the table. The props will be placed on someone and then they walk away, and so I never get those props back. So typically if I have a large crowd, I will put the prop table as close to the booth as possible where I am, so that I'm able to clean up quickly or remind people that they still have the props on their face or whatever. So some of my favorite layouts for when I have a large group of people that I'm serving is going to be either behind or in front of the booth itself. Behind the booth allows the guests to come right up to the table, pick out their prop, and then go in front of the booth, take their photo, and then go back around, put it back, etc. That's a great layout, and it works for a lot of events. The other layout I do is it in front of the booth, and I really love that one because it allows the guests ease of access to the table to switch out their props in between each photo, which makes for a really fun experience and a really fun event, and the guests have really enjoyed that. It also helps me keep really close tabs on the props that I have, and they hardly ever walk away because they're right there, I'm right there. And they have a really great experience. So the only con I would say is that if you have a lot of selection on your table, sometimes it takes the guests like a bit of time to go through all the signs, go through all the options, and decide what they want to do, versus when it's kind of behind the booth, they have that time while they're waiting for the guests that are in the booth. So there's pros and cons to everything. It just kind of depends on the experience that you want to provide for your client and what will serve them in the event best. All right, so that is a rundown of all of my props. I hope this was helpful for you. I'd love to hear what kind of props you like to bring to your events and what your clients have really enjoyed having and experiencing. Leave your comments down below on what props you're using or what props you like the best. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.